and we know navigating healthcare can be just a little tricky, but to make things a little bit easier, Charles Chip Tischer of HAP Caresource is joining us here today on Studio 10. Welcome, Chip. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks so much for having me this afternoon.
Great. It's so great that you're here and that you can answer a lot of these questions that I know personally I have, but a lot of us do at home as well.
Absolutely.
But recently, HAP and Caresource, these two incredible nonprofits came together and you guys formed Medicaid Managed Care Plans. First, Chip, give me a little background on how and why these two groups decided to join forces.
Well, certainly. So HAP has been in Michigan for well over 60 years. We were started by actually the United Auto Workers back 65 years ago or so. Okay. And so we have plans that range from Medicaid to Medicare to commercial plans. But I'm really here today to talk about the Medicaid part of the plans. So we've been doing Medicaid in Southeast Michigan, up in the Flint area, for decades now.
Yeah.
And we joined forces with Caresource, who does Medicaid managed care in multiple states. They have over 2 million members, and they provide some resources, and I'm going to talk a little bit about social determinants of health, I think in a minute or two.
All right.
And we'll get into that.
Love that. Well, speaking of those resources, how did you guys both notice that there was a need in this community?
So one of the big things was, you think about a health insurance company, and yes, they provide you with the benefits. Yes, they pay those claims, so you don't have to pay. You might pay your deductible or whatnot. But there's been a big push over the last number of years to those social determinants of health. What factors are those folks out there that are, especially in the Medicaid space? So we're talking about those that are economically disadvantaged, that are poor, if you will, in those particular communities, which can be all across the state of Michigan. How can we serve them better by providing them community supports and helping them with those things they need so they can actually focus on their health and get better at the same time? So it's more than just providing health insurance. We're also providing resources for them so they can live a better life, that holistic whole health approach.
I love that, and I love that the main focus is about serving more and more people. But outside of this partnership, how else is HAP Caresource expanding their role so that we can provide more for people in the community?
Certainly. So we have partnered with hundreds of community-based organizations, whether you have a food insecurity, whether you need help paying for your rent, whether you're looking for housing, whether you're looking for job training. So you could, to move up, to have a better job and a better chance and provide for your family. We're able to kind of help you with that and provide resources and use our community-based partners. And Caresource really came together with us, and again, we're two nonprofits. We don't have to answer to shareholders at all, and anything, or the big corporate shareholders or whatnot, and came together and said, hey, we can do this better. We're on the ground. We're in these particular communities. We're going out to our members, and we're going out to the community in general to say, how can we help you in partnering with those particular nonprofit organizations that do all this work within not only Southeast Michigan, but across the state, and especially here in the Lansing area.
Yeah, and you just answered my next question, that clearly you guys are offering more than just those traditional benefits. But how else is that holistic approach that you mentioned earlier, how does this differ from previous ones?
So it differs in the fact that with Caresource coming on, it gives HAP a lot more resources. They're larger than we are, right? And so they can bring a lot more things to the table. They have a lot more specialists in particular areas that can help our community-based partners achieve these particular goals that we're looking for our members and for the community in general. Again, it's great. We're charged with not only the health of our members, but just the overall trying to well-being, trying to make their lives different.
That's wonderful.
Better, I should
say.
Yeah,
yes. And you guys are definitely doing this, and you're expanding your reach. But really quickly, tell us what advice do you have for people who want to renew their coverage?
Yeah, certainly. So it's what we call redetermination that's going on right now in Medicaid. It hasn't happened because of the pandemic, and there's the public health emergency. So you're supposed to renew your Medicaid every year, and unfortunately that hasn't happened in 3 years. So some folks that are on Medicaid may not know that they have to redetermine or renew their Medicaid.
Right.
So we ask, so the biggest thing is make sure you go on to My Bridges, which is a state site, and make sure your contact information is up to date. They will send you a letter letting you know when it's your time to redetermine or renew your Medicaid. And that's very important, because if not, you could potentially lose coverage if they don't have the right contact information for you and they can get a hold of you. And that can be a problem.
That's right. Well, thank you so much, Chip, for clarifying that. We're going to have more information right here at the bottom of your screen, as well as on our website. But coming up next, we're getting